Alrighty guys, how's it going? This is Appa and today we'll be playing some Abzan. I've been watching a lot of old Pro Tours and seeing Siege Rhino with me rock pair to pair, like one against the other. Again, just fills me with joy. This is a very cool strategy. We are trying to play ramp early on with Nature's Lore, Search for Tomorrow and Birds of Paradise, to play Siege Rhinos and Windmill Rocks ahead of curve. Birds of Paradise useful to trigger raid. Sometimes you just attack and play this. But also we have some other mid-range threats like Kazandu Mammoth, Kunoros, and Siege Rhino that are very good at attacking. Does this? Okay, this doesn't have trample, but still it can trigger when we rock. The other threat is Lingering Souls, very good spell just to grind out value. We are not a tokens deck, but it's still so good that we are playing it. Then we have Vindicate, Absent Charm, which is also a draw spell, Hagro Mauling, and Bloodshed Thirst as removal spells. Him to Turak useful against the decks where basically removal doesn't really solve all your problems. And that's basically the main deck of the main deck. We are just ramping out into big creatures. We have removal to pair that up. Vindicate is a catch-all. Remember, it can kill any permanent, even lands. Sometimes you just start with turn 1 birds, turn 2 Vindicate. That's sometimes good enough against some decks. In the land slot, we have basically there are two ways of building this mana base. It's either using the land types to your advantage to play Goodland Chasm, for example, or not do that and use Sandstop Citadel and Scrylands. And I went with this, so maybe this helps a bit with the mana. Yeah, we have more tap lands, but Land Waste is still pretty good, and we have ramp, so the idea is that we maybe just ramp a 3-drop and then play a couple of tap lands while we continue deploying. But yeah, that's basically the idea. We have a couple of forests, off-color forests like Woodland Chasm and Scattered Groves to fetch with Nature's Lore, but besides that, it's basically just these lands. Okay, so in the sideboard we have Duress and Thought Distortion and Los Legacy against combo and control. Maybe Los Legacy not against control, but whatever. Language against aggro and some mid-range decks. Obsidian Veloth is useful in many matchups, but it's pretty backbreaking against Him to Turak, good against aggro too. Camel is useful against a lot of matchups too. You can bring it in against several matchups, but it's here not for all the matchups, only for the spell-based combo decks. Also against control, this can be used. Nihil Spellbound against rare leader strategies. So with that, this is what we are going to be playing today. So thank you so much for watching and see you in the games. Alrighty, match number 1 against Jenkin. This hand is... yeah, we can play Siege Rhino turn 3, I like this. Save up of fun. And I think we start with Scattered Groves, we fetch the Chasm with the Nature's Lore turn 2. Canyon Slough probably means some form of mid-range deck, maybe Rakdos mid-range. So those kind of mid-range decks or matchups are very interesting. Here I can't really do 2 Nature's Lore, but I think we can just fetch the Chasm, so we remove 1 tap land from our deck basically. We don't need double white just yet, but I prefer to have the double black. Raging Ramin, so Gent. Yeah, here, yeah, I think I just... The other option is to play Nature's Lore for a basic and play Kazandu Mammoth. The problem with that line... No, the line is fine. The problem is that... Oh, maybe we can play Lingering Souls. If we do that, well, if we do that, we can't do wingmate rock because we don't have double white just yet. So let's just play the siege rhino. I think it's going to be dead, but that's fine. Three of possibility, discarding, cut 2 ribbons. Okay. Well, maybe this is Fires of Invention. Yeah, it looks like it. Temple of Silence. So we can do Nature's Lore, Lingering Souls, Temple of Silence. This brings the double white we need for the Wingmate Rock. We need to do the Nature's Lore first, of course. So we keep the Scry here. Another threat is fine. I'm going to keep this. Double Vision, ooh, cool. So, okay, so we need to kill that for sure. So we can do Vindicate here and play the Mammoth. I think I like that. Or maybe we just play the Lingering Souls. Again, I just want to be able to win the rock. Casandu Mammoth dies to removal. Can also not attack against this Rapine. So yeah, I think it's worth it to just flashback this back. It will be a blowout if they have a Him to Durak, which I believe they would play here if they play Double Vision. They have another one. Okay, but they don't have any way of triggering it. So that's good. Here I think I'll let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if I play this, I can play both creatures next turn. Explore. 2 explorers, the mean. Cultivate, okay. They don't copy that one because it's only the first spell they cast each turn. They have an instant, they can trigger it. We gain a bunch of life, we attack for a bunch too. And I think we just cast our threats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we keep the forest in hand so we can trigger the Mammoth. And I'm playing my threats because I think they play a lot of point and click removal. That's what we saw, right? Cut Ribbons, Angry Rampage, Wretched Thirst. This is a cool deck, I'm not gonna lie. Looks very, very cool. Yeah, nice. So we see Rhino then to death. That's cool. Thought Distortion looks very good here. Duress too. Lost Legacy, I don't think so. Campbell, I think it's pretty good too. So let's bring those in. I'm not sure why they have black, except removal, right? So let's see. Maybe we can just remove a couple of Havergan Molins. Maybe an Abzan Charm. I want to keep some removal because I don't know exactly what they play. Oh, we have the Vindicates and also charm for that. So we basically take out removal and bring in hand disruption and Campbell's. That looks fine, right? We also have Nihil Spellbomb, but I'm not sure if they use the graveyard besides what we saw, right? We saw only Kuto Ravens. Yeah. Another improvement you can make in the deck is improving the mana, adding more creature lands. The thing is, I wanted to have other ways of um, using our manas, our lands. Basically, I wanted to have great fixing and as many untap lands as I could, and this is what I came up with, but it can be improved. Here, I think I'm going to keep this since we do turn 1 birds, turn 2 nothing, but we have the Hymn to Turak and the Kunoros. I'm going to keep it based on the fact that we are on the draw. Okay, next turn with Dragon's Call Summit, that's good for us. Okay, a Black Source, that's great. This burst probably dies too. No, the rest. Okay, they can discard the Distortion or the Hymn, depending on their hand, I guess. They just take Hymn, so probably they have more. Okay, here I think I'll just play the Citadel. Gives them more information, but that's fine. We just pass here. I might cycle the Scatter Crows. I don't think so, but maybe. This is Village on the land. Okay, well then I'm not going to be cycling anything. Just play this now. Village is cool since they copy their spells. That makes sense. Explore. And they cut that. Okay. It's annoying, but we can deal with that. Here I think I just play the Scatter Crows. I should have played the Sunstep Citadel in case we drew him to Turak. Next turn we can play the Kunoros, which is a thing that dies, but that's fine. Okay, Nature's Lore is interesting. I think I'm just going to play the Kunoros though. This stops them from casting Ribbons, I guess, which is not that interesting, but yeah. This is Angrath Rampage, I guess. No, 3 of possibility discarding a land, that's fine. And another cut, okay. Here I can fetch another Scatter Growls and play the Burst. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Enough to cast Thought Distortion. I think I lay that. If the Burst dies, if the bird dies, then we can just do something else, like Siege Rhino or Vindicate. What's this? Grisly Fate. Okay, this puts 2 bears. Okay, I think I'm going to do Thought Distortion. It's a bit slow, and we are taking a bunch of damage, but that's fine. Okay. Remember that this also exiles the graveyard, so we took the Ribbons and the Grisly Fates from their hand, which is good. Next one we can do Nature's Lore and Siege Rhino. Okay. Um, this helps us stabilize against those bears. Next turn we can do Kazandu Mammoth. Okay. Now, I think I just attack with the birds here. Then to keep things back. Now the bears don't do much. Let's see, try now if I attack trades with 2 bears. That's okay. So I think I'm going to play the Mammoth and the Vindicate. Vindicating the Ravine, I guess. And for that I need to use the Verse of Paradise, so I can't use it to gain life. Maybe I should save the Vindicate. Let me think of it. Yeah, I think it doesn't do anything right now. Yeah. I should have attacked. I thought about using it, but I think it's better to have it in hand, just in case. Here, I think I can attack with all my creatures now. And let's see, if I Vindicate now the Ravine, if I don't Vindicate, this blocks as a 3-3. Yeah, I think I need to do it now. We even attack with Burst because that gains us life. They don't block, that has it there. Awesome. Okay, let's go to the next one. Alrighty, match number 2 against Smokeage, or however you say that. So on the draw we have a Temple. We have a good hand if we can just find green. I think I'm going to keep. So lack of fun. Oh, more summits. Interesting. Okay, Vindicate is at least something else we can cast. And yeah, I like the Forest. So next turn we can do Forest Birds. Butcher is annoying. Yeah, Butcher is very annoying. If they are sacrificed, they can just sacrifice it to kill our birds. But if they do that, we can just Vindicate something. Hunger Garrison, okay. So this is an interesting spot. I could play a land, like Plains, play the Rhino, gain some life, have a blocker, but if they have removal, basically they get very far ahead. The other option is to use a removal spell on the Garrison. If I do that, then okay. The other option is to play Kunuros, which also dies, but it blocks the Hunger Garrison, and the Butcher just the same. And we can play like Hagramolin. I think I'm going to do that mostly because it does the same thing as playing a Siege Rhino. Yeah, the Terminate. They play another butcher, so they are way ahead on board. We may have just lose the game, but if we play the Rhino, it would have been the same thing. So here, let's see, if I play the Rhino and go to 12, I can block this. I get hit by 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, what other option do I have? I don't have any other option, so I'm going to do that. It's not ideal, but their hand was very, very strong. If we survive, next time we can play a winged rock. Maybe stabilize that way. Remis, I don't think we do stabilize that way. Yeah. Yeah, not having the turn one forest was very, very strong for them. For it was not good for us, sorry. Okay, so let's bring Language and Bailoff. I think Bailoff is going to be strong against them. It's bigger than their threats. And I think if they play black and that kind of deck, they probably play him to Turak. And probably remove a couple of winged rocks. They're great, but a bit slow. And the rest looks good, honestly. It's just that we didn't have a good hand. Well, it was a bit slow hand, not much more than that. Okay, so this is our build right now. I don't know exactly what to take out. Maybe a mammoth. I think that's fine. I'm not sure if it's the correct play to remove a mammoth, but I really wanted my Cyber card, so... Okay, so this hand, what does it do? Just play some curve, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we need to play the mammoth first. We don't have double black, but if we drew it, we can hint to Turak. I think I'm going to keep. Start with the Scattered Groves first. And if we don't draw another land, we will play the mammoth. This doesn't let us cast the hint to Turak next turn. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah. Now we can play the Kazandu Valley next turn, we can play the mammoth. Or we can play the valley, depending on what happens. Dreadful Butcher. Yeah, I can play the mammoth and trade it. It's fine. Or Vindicate that. They revealed a swamp, right? If I Vindicate that, I don't have to trade it. And we can postpone the decision of playing or casting the mammoth. Yeah, let's just do that. It hits us for 2 in the face. That's fine. Okay, another Hunger Garrison. Constant Charm doesn't deal with that, sadly. We can cast that next turn, so I think I'm just going to play the mammoth. It trades well with the garrison, so if they have to have removal. Apparently they do. Oh no, Krenko. That's fine. Okay, so Krenko. It's similar to Hunger Garrison. I think I'm going to just... No, I think I need to play this now. Draw 2 cards. It's not ideal to lose life, but yeah, I need to play the lands. Now, next turn we can play Land and Languish. That makes it so our Kazandu Mammoth survives. Hopefully they don't have another duress. Okay. So they can create a lot of tokens now and use those to make the Immerstorm Predator bigger. Sadly we used our Abzan charm, but we needed to do that, so let's see. If I languish now, this sacrifices 2 creatures, goes to a 5/5, but it's tapped. The other option is to play a land, play Siege Rhino, but that doesn't let us use Languish with the Mammoth next turn. I mean, if we don't find a land, then Languish kills our Mammoth. So I could attack now, but if I do, they can just block and sacrifice 1, and that's okay. So yeah, let's just do this right now. Kill all their creatures. They can sacrifice both to this, and this will be 1/1s. But I can attack with the Mammoth this turn, since we are not going to be blocking. This is a nice sequence, I think. Mammoth into Languish. Another good thing is that Sea Shrine also survives Languish. We don't really use... Oh, they should have... Oh no. Well, I'm not going to say anything, but poor guy. They should have sacrificed the Hunger Garrison, so the Immerstorm Predator was a 5/5. Oh no, what happened? Right, they just passed priority very fast. Next turn we can attack playing Windmere Rock. Okay. There it is. Play the rock. So now we have a good army here. They can attack with the Harrison, but that doesn't accomplish anything unless they have a lot of removal. Glory Banger, that's annoying. They can exert, kill one of our rocks, probably the original one so we don't gain life, yeah. We need a removal spell for the Glory Bringer, but we have a couple of turns to find that. That's a good draw. So we attack with both, then play Windmere Rock. This is Chonkers just trading. This is pretty cool. I like this kind of matchups. Now next turn we can probably just attack, hit them for 9 in the air, and if they have a removal spell we have the Rhino, so they needed to have like 2 removal spells or a blocker or something like that. Okay, so Windmere Rock was pretty good there. I like it. Maybe a bit better than Hakra Mauling. Maybe we can just remove some of the ramp for a Mammoth. Just making sure we make our land drops and then we have creatures to trade and such. This hand is awful. I'm going to mulligan this. Okay, this is fine. We have 3 lands. We have all of our colors. Yeah, this is cool. I'm going to keep and send back the hymn, I guess. We can't really use it just yet. And the rest of the cards are more important for a game plan. Okay, they play a slew. Okay, next turn we can do nothing, but the following turn we can start killing things. Dreadful Butcher is very annoying. It's a great threat, even if you don't have a sacrifice team. It just grows. Okay, Temple of Silence. I think I'm going to do that first. Him. No, I think we're going to be doing like Vindicate into Search Rhino and things like that. Or that's what I want to do. So I'm going to send that back. And I need to do Vindicate on the Dreadful Butcher. Okay, well, maybe I can't. If you don't have removal for Kunoros, then we can trade at least. Trade and eat like 3 damage in the face. Oh, well, it has lifelink, so I guess if we trade, we just trade. Looks like they have removal, yeah. I like this deck. It is very aggressive and proactive. Okay, land there was very important. So here we can start playing our boom booms. So do we play the Bailoff or the Rhino first? Both trade, but the Rhino makes it so they can't shoot our face, so that's a bit better. Also, if they have him to Turak, they might not cast it because we have the Bailoff. Yeah, the problem now is that we can't really block that. Lingering Souls can chump block that for a bit. So we can play like Lingering Souls and Birds. Next turn we can do Bailoff and Flashback. Yeah, I think I can do that. And we just need to find the removal spell. We have a bunch of those. We have several chump blocks to the Butcher. We also have life in here, so that's fine. Oh, did they really him to Turakas? Maybe they didn't saw it before. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah. Oh, they shame scope. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I thought that they saw it. Yeah, they did saw it with the rest, so they knew that they had it in hand. They shouldn't have him to interact, and now if they attack, I can just multi-block there, and we trade things, and we have the lingering souls to take over the game. No, it may be an early scoop, a shame scoop, but still we have the oh, sorry about that. We have the advantage there. So let's go to the next one. Okay. So fun for opponents. So match number 3 against Shisui. Say yes, I would like to play first. Okay, this hand is a bit slow, but we have interaction, we have birds, and to keep. With this mini removal, we might be inclined to use the Vindicate on all lands, for example. I don't think so, but maybe. Oh, the Emoliant of 5. Let's just hope they are not a combo deck. If they are, we don't have good interaction against them. If they don't are, we have if they are, at least we have the vindicates here, and we are on the play, so it may be relevant. For example, if they are like Upsal spells, then always okay. Burst. So this might be the a Hermit Druid deck, like Neoform Hermit or something. So I'm going to save the Hagramolin as long as possible. Next turn I can use it even. Yeah, it's a straight up murder. Yeah, Centaur Garden, that's for sure a sign that they are playing Hermit. If they play Hermit, I'm going to kill it. Okay, yeah. I like him to drag, but that doesn't really accomplish anything right now. So I'm going to use the Vindicate, and the reasoning is I want to have instant speed removal if I can, because they play like Postmortem Launch. Now, if they have Postmortem Launch in their hand now, then congratulations. But I want to save the Hagramolin, because if they draw it, then we can use it. Maya Coast. They're tapping the bird, so that probably means Neoform. Yeah. You go fetch another druid. You can remove it with Hagramolin. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Crushing drawbridge, that's annoying. Oh wow, I don't know if this stops their combo. I think it does. Creature cards in graveyards can enter the battlefield. Let me check real quick. Yeah. Let's see, Hermit, yeah, something like this probably. Yeah, Neoform Hermit. So they play Dread Return, they play Postmortem Launch, Memory Journey. What else? Haunted Dead. Yeah, all these cards, if they can't enter, and they also don't have a way of removing our thing. So I think, I think a correct play here is to play Kunoros. I think that works. I'm not sure though. I'm going to just play this at this point. So if my calculations are correct, they can't win if they Hermit Druid now. It's a bit of a gamble because they might just have a different list, but to my knowledge they just can't. Okay, they are going to do that, but they can't cast spells from graveyards, and creatures can enter the battlefield. So yeah, the Narcomoeba enters. Okay. They should have just not do that. Try to play with the beatdowns. The problem is if they play beatdowns, and we are going to win because we win at that. Okay, so Kunaros is awesome. Let's see what their cyborg may be. Mask Bundle, Bouncer. Okay, that's some form of removal. I don't know what this is. Rexage, Natural State, Swan Song. That's of the plating. Oh, okay, this is removal too. So yeah, I think we just bring in Nihil spell bombs. And that's that. You just take out removal that doesn't hit them. Let's see. I might need the ramp to be able to cast our Haramolins, for example. I don't think I need the Women Rocks to win either. Campbell doesn't do much, right? Because most of their spells... yeah. Are creatures. Language, maybe? Language might be fine. Lost Legacy is cool too. We can take out, like, if they don't have Hermit Druid, we can just take that Hermit Druid out. And they can't win, right? I think they can. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to play the hate, as much hate as possible. We could play Language, but I don't think it's needed. Maybe it's better than Haramolin, I don't know. No, Haramolin works against Postmortem Lunge. Okay. Here we have the Nihil Spellbomb. We're going to keep this. This is just to make it so they have to win with a Mass Bundle or a Wild in their hand, or to find it before going off. And yeah, I'm going to start with the Llanowar Wastes. Maybe too early to play the Nihil Spellbomb, but I just don't want to be jumped out. But it's just, I could have played a tap land and then played the Nihil Spellbomb. I think this is fine. Llanowar Elves. On land, okay. So this looks like a Neoform, in which case I'm going to take the opportunity to play Scattergroves and pass. The Neoform for Mass Bundle and kill the Spellbomb, that's fine. The Neoform for Hermit, we can just kill it later, but we can kill it. I think they are thinking the same thing we are thinking. If they Neoform for Mass Bundle, they can exile the Llanowar Elves and kill the Spellbomb. But that doesn't put any pressure. If they don't do that and go for the Hermit, we can just probably kill it because we play a lot of removal. Looks like they are going for it. Oh no, Narcomiva. Okay, interesting. They decided against it. So now, I think we play the Mammoth. He also missed a land drop, but I don't think vindicating a land or a Llanowar Elf is correct. Let me think. We vindicate the Llanowar Elves. That doesn't really accomplish much. That removes the Neoform line. I think we just play the Mammoth, honestly. We take 1 damage, that's fine. Next one we might play the Hagramolin so we can play him to Turek the following turn. See what this is about. Pona Shaman, yeah, I need to kill that. That gives them so much value. Okay, Citadel is a good draw, so we can use that instead. Let's vindicate the Fauna Shaman. and play the Citadel so we can smash for 5. Okay, they have the Swan Song, interesting. So now we have Hagramoling and him to Turak available. I think I'm going to probably Hagramoling the Forest Shaman, all depending on what they do. They discard a Hermit Druid, interesting. Oh, they have the Postmortem Lunge. Well, if they have, we still have the Nihil Spellbomb, so they might go for the Vandal to kill the Spellbomb. So they might have extra Hermit Druids. Sigarda, that's the one that gives them Hexproof, but that costs 5 mana. Well, they have 4, they are not far. So now we can hold the Hagramoling. If they find a land, untap land, and play Sigarda, we can kill that. I'm not entirely sure how they combo out with that, at least now. Another ways is another good draw. I think. Oh no, we can do Hagramoling and him to draw because that's 4 black, right? Remember, this costs 3 because they don't have basics. But we can do what we can do is play this attack for 7. Just kill the Sigarda. They're not presenting lethal now, but that's fine. Also, they have Narcomoeba to jump block and such. Okay. They need to find an untap land. Okay. No, they didn't. Okay. Great. Let's go to the next one. Alrighty, match number 4 against Fungus Fan. He seems like a fun guy. I'm hilarious. Sable luck have fun to our opponents. Maybe I don't have internet. Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, it looks like we got connected again. So I don't know, I had a bad internet connection, you know. Third world countries, internet is kind of bad. This hand is fine, it's a bit slow. We don't have any ramp, but we have some catch up. I'm going to keep. Wow, it took me 3 minutes to say block fan. It's kind of annoying. Okay, green. Oh no, ramp. Let's just hope it's fair ramp. Okay, that's useful. We can ramp in turn 2, so maybe be able to play a Rhino turn 3. Sylvan's crying, so this is post, green post, yeah. We play the cloud post. And here, I think I'll play the Nature Slower. I think that's better. And just grab, we have black, white here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I think. Just going to fetch, yeah, the Scattered Crows. Next turn, if we don't draw a land, we can just play Vindicate on the cloud post. Depends on what they do. Expedition map crack. Yeah, for sure we are going to vindicate one of those posts. Probably just play a temple. Him. That seems useful. Going to keep it on top. Next turn we can do that. Ramon up excavator. Really? This is so unlucky. Come on. So we can't kill that and do something else. No, we can't. I think we just play the land, him to 2-rank them. Just be happy with that. Okay, we remove 2 creatures here. Is that number 20? It looks broken. Okay, so let's play this. We have all the removal spells for the big creatures. They have 4, 5, probably 6 mana. Okay, Prophetic Prism. Kind of weird to have Prophetic Prism in a mono green deck, but makes sense. Rejuvenator is more mana probably. They missed? Wow, that's incredible. Okay, they don't have anything else. So I think we start deploying rhinos. Rhino on birds, looks fine. Thirst can kill this, but I don't care about that. Play the rhino. They have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, so 10 mana. So now every Mindslaver is going to be a bit problematic. Okay, this is 6, 7 mana, so we can play this and this. I think we just play land, attack for 4, see what happens. We can really trade with this. Then play the Kunoros. Kunoros doesn't stop the Ramon up, I think. No, doesn't stop that. Okay, they absorb 3 damage? Maybe not? Not, okay. So they take 4. Now we play the Kunoros. And this. And we can hold Abzan Charm. If they don't do anything, we are going to draw cards here. Ancient Stirrings. That's problematic, probably. Tectonic Edge. Okay, they can start Tectonic Edging us, which is annoying. This is 4 or more lands, so they can start killing our things. Yeah, no, it's... And we can't use this to kill the excavator, so we are just going to draw 2 cards. Okay, that's fine. And now we probably need to kill the Romanov excavator, otherwise it's going to eat a lot of our lands. Yeah, here I'm going to use this now. And should I play the Kazandu Mammoth? I'm not going to be able to play both Mammoths next turn. Green, green. No, we can't. So yeah, I'm just going to play this. Okay, so they went for the Tectonic Edge. We have another removal spell if they draw a big boom boom. What's this? Okay, that's a big boom boom, but at least we can kill that. No big deal. Okay, so we just kill that. I'm going to save the land so we can hit them for more. But they probably have a... yeah, they have a couple of chump blockers. Oh, they're using some now. Interesting. I think we kill this, because if we drew... no, it's the same thing. Yeah, I think it's the same. Just do this. Okay, they need to draw something now. That's not good enough. No, they can return the expedition map to their hand, right? It's the only thing they can do. They return that, they play it, they fetch a land, any land, but they already played a land, right? So maybe they have a Tranquil Thicket to cycle. That would make sense. Yeah, but you already play your land, so that doesn't really work. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so against Post, we have not much. Honestly, maybe Lost Legacy? This is non-artifact, non-land. No. So I think we are fine with this. Let's see. I think we're fine with this, honestly. Maybe Campbell puts more pressure than, I don't know, something else, but besides that, there is not much we can do. Like maybe Casandu Mammoth for Campbell. It's just something like that. I don't think I like Nihil's Spellbomb. Yeah, it stops them from... well, maybe we want that, right? This stops them from mind slavering us ad nauseam. But to do that, they need to have creatures, basically. Okay, so this hand is turn 3, him to Turak, but we have a Scryland to try and find green. I don't think it's good enough. I'm going to mulligan this one. Okay, this hand is a bit flooded, but we can keep this. Just send the Chasm. And probably just start with the Citadel so we can suspend this on 2. Okay, Vindicate is fine, it's a catch-all answer. This post deck seems to be playing some boom booms and nothing else. So Vindicate is a good answer to that. Razor. And they play Archer for Aska. Okay. Okay, that's not an issue right now, at least. Here, I think I just suspend Blink Temple. Yeah. And Windmill Rock. It's not what I want now. I want more mid-range creatures. We will be able to cast our Windmill Rock. The problem is I want it to trigger raid, so it's not just a 3-4. Garak. Okay. The untap. Interesting. The Ancient Stirrings. So I think we need to kill Garak. Okay, they revealed a Cloud Post. I think we need to kill Garak now. Yeah, I think we do. And just play this. Okay. Destroy that Garak. And just hope that's good enough. The problem is we don't have any plays next turn. I would love to play to draw something. Oh wait, we have the search for tomorrow, so we at least can play the We May Rock at the very least. They find the Crawling Barrens. Yeah, they found that. Cool. Let's cast this. We have double black, double white. So I think just a forest. Absent Charm. That's interesting, right? Exile target creature if it's big. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the Pathfinder of Ulamog costs more if I recall correctly. And I prefer to save this, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold the Abzan Charm. Again, if they don't do anything, I may be inclined to draw cards. Since we have so much removal, it's not that we need to... Okay, Brittle Effigy. Makes sense. Prophetic Prism, okay. Buried Ruin. Another Prism. They're on the top deck, so... Rejuvenator, okay. It's totally fine by me. Labyrinth of Scophos. Annoying but fair. We take 1. And now we can... I really don't want to play this if we don't trigger raid because the Brittle Effigy is going to just kill it, so... No, wait. You need to tap correctly here. And let's just draw 2 cards. Okay, that's kind of not good. Okay, Sea Shrine is a good draw. Here we can play both and a top land. We play the Rhino, they can kill it, but that's fine. Also, importantly, this gets exiled, so they can't recur it with the Buried Ruin. They drew something apparently. No, well, they also can draw cards with the Arch of Araska. Okay, they just exile that. That's okay. Explore. I should probably done that before exiling my Rhino. Nothing else. Okay, they attack for 2. They have 1, 2, 3. So yeah, they can't either Arch or Crawling Barrens. Grazer with no lands. Okay. I'm going to attack with the birds and play 2 Windmade Rocks. I think that's a fine idea. Sadly, we can do both this turn, but this one is just pressure, it doesn't do much. Yeah, I look like a dork doing this, but it makes sense. Yeah, 6/8 worth of stats on one creature is pretty good. It can attack through the Grazers. It can get exiled with this. Okay, they drew a Thicket. They can still use the Arch. Apparently they're going to do that. No, this is another Boom Boom. Mindslaver. Okay. Honestly, they can't do... They can take a couple of turns, but so far we are fine. So we are going to attack with both, play my creatures, and yeah, they will take a couple of turns here. Okay, they jump. I'll play a land, I guess. So now we don't have anything in our hand, so my slaver is not that great, and they don't have a good blocker. So, well, they have the crawling barons. They can maybe suicide one of our creatures. Well, no, they don't have enough mana to activate the crawling barons. Let's see what we draw here. Okay, Llanowar Waste is fine. They can ping us with the Llanowar Waste for 2, and that's all they can do, really. Yeah, they can empty our mana pool, that doesn't really do much. I love it that they didn't even pay them live here. Okay, so they can play it again, and if they drew the excavator, then they can just combo us. Just hope they don't. Nice favor, yeah. They take another turn. Him to Turak, probably they're going to use that on me, I would guess. Yeah, that's fine. Again, we are in the same spot. If they draw the... Okay, now they see the line of pinging themselves. Okay, so now if they draw the another buried ruin or how's it called? Excavator, they can just win. I think they can draw into it with Arch of Oraska since they drew the claw balls. Did they really do? Oh god, nice top deck. Yeah, this way I think they have enough mana, right? They need 10 mana. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, they need to play the Buried Ruin, sacrifice it, return this, so it's 12 mana. I don't know if they have enough, honestly. We might have another turn. 2, 6. Yeah, I think we have another turn. That's great. I actually thought we were dead, but yeah, it's 2 mana intensive even for the big mana deck. Okay, now we need to draw something to... Yeah, that's not good enough. If we attack with everything... Let's see, we attack with both, they can block 1, they take 3. I think we just lose here, right? They take 3, 7. Yeah, they block here, they double block here. So now they use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So yeah, they have enough. I'm going to concede now. They can just combo us by returning the Buried Ruin, returning then the Mindslaver. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I want this. Or Lost Legacy. I think I want a couple of Nihil Spellbombs because at the very least they cycle. And I can just remove one Windmate. But we get to be on the play now. This hand is fine, we have enough, I think. I'm going to keep play a top land first. Try to set up for a turn of 3 Mammoth. Or Lingering Souls, depending. They start with the post. Okay. The problem with Mammoth is that, yeah, it kills very quickly, but it can be champ blocked for eternity, and they have a couple of champ blockers usually, so not that great. Here, I think I'll start with the Mammoth. I could have also played a Tapland, but this way I can play a threat this turn, and the following turn another threat in Kunoros or in Green Souls, and also attack for 5. So they have 4-5 mana. Nothing. Okay. Great. Ooh, even better. Yeah, I'm going to play this now. Attack for 5, play a Rhino. This is how we drew it up, basically. We only missed like one turn of acceleration to do this earlier, but that's fine. Okay, play another Fuddy Boom Boom. Drain for 3, pass. We are at 12, we are hitting for 9. For mana. They still don't have enough to cast one of the big Eldrazi. I think. Maybe we are incorrect. Okay. Mindslaver is fine. Let's play this. Attack for 9. And let's see, I can play birds. I think I want to hold Nihil Spellbomb so I can draw with that. No, maybe not, because them drawing cards is not good for us. Let's just play this and Lingering Souls. Next turn, even if they kill the birds, we have 3 mana and 2 to cast these 2. They get an extra turn here. Can they deploy something else? Oh, they also found Sylvan Scrying, but they already played a land. Interesting. Let's see, Hagra Mauling is a bad draw. They can kill one of our creatures. Probably the Rhino. Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes you want to draw with Nihil Spellbomb, because if they find a removal spell, they can kill more things. Here they probably kill the Rhino, that makes sense. Probably not attack, tap my mana, that makes sense too. So they have the Glimmer Post here. Now the Cloud Post taps for 3. So they have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, they can activate Mindslaver again. It's fine. Okay. They probably don't play anything here, just tap us out. That would be my guess. I still have lethal, because I can play the land and play the land that pops the Kasandu Mammoth, and I hit them for 7, so they need to play something here. For mana. Let's see what you got. Excavator. Okay. Ursa's Factory. Nice. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can activate that and have a 2/2. Probably do that. Wait, you did not. 3, 4, 5. 6, so they can't now activate this. They can activate this one, but it's just a 2/2, and they don't have the City's Blessing either. Oh, that's a nice draw. Sadly, it's not good enough, right? Let's see. If I don't play the land, they aren't inclined to chump block, maybe. If they don't chump block, then it's lethal, but yeah, just going to attack now. Make them chump block with the Crawling Barrens. I think they skipped their priority on attacks, so now they can't really do that. And they need to chump block with the Excavator. Interesting. I would have, first off, I would have created a token instead. Let's play this one. What's this? What? Okay. Oh, they just putting tokens there. Okay. One off. One life off. Stirring, so they might find something here. If they find... Okay, that's just fine. They can create tokens, but I don't think it's enough. No, it's not enough. Just attack with all. GG's. Was actually a pretty cool game. In the first one, if they didn't top deck exactly, I think it was like Mindslaver into the land into Ramurab Excavator, something gross like that. I think we would have won very easily. So yeah, cool. Let's see how the next one goes. Oh, already we're in the finals against Karanata or something. Similar on our opponent. And let's be on the play. I picked the wrong deck. I don't know what happened there. Sorry. I don't know what happened. I just left the game and I left the last game and then joined another one and I just have a different deck. You know, MTGO problems. Okay, be right back. Oh, right. Now we are in the finals against Kalanata 2-2. Let's see. Now, yes, good luck. Okay, so this hand is crap. I'm going to mulligan. This hand is less crappy. We can start with turn 1 search. Probably just send the Windmill Rock to the bottom. Okay, our opponent starts with Quest of the Holy Relic, for the Holy Relic. This is pretty good. Whenever they cast a creature, they put a counter, and when they reach 5 counters, they can search an equipment and put it into one of their creatures. That's pretty strong because the equipment they use is Argentum Armor, which, if you don't know what it does, when the creature attacks, it excels a permanent, I think. And it gives like passive Flaxis or something stupid like that. So they play like an aggressive deck that plays that equipment. Oh, they missed a lander, that's awesome for us. Here, I think I play this, so I have the most opportunity to maybe cast this on turn 3. Or the Lingering Souls. Oh wait, I have the Search for Tomorrow, so yeah, either way. No, well, okay, yeah. Now they have the Toolcraft Exemplar that puts a counter, they found a land, good for them. Now they have single pest, 2 counters here. We really need to find an answer. And the Cassandra Mammoth doesn't really trade that well with the Exemplar. It sees 3-2 on attacks. Here I'm going to fetch Black Source. Okay, so we can play Lingering Souls, these blocks here, right? And next turn play a Wingmate Rock. Siege Rhino. I think I need to find an answer to this quest. We don't have that many, but we have a couple. Nice, everything's looking fine. They can attack for 3 here, and I will let that go since I want to trigger raid next turn. Core Sky Fisher, okay, that's cool. They can bounce the land, okay. So they go for maximum pressure to trigger this more times, makes sense. They have first strike there, that's cool. And here they are going to get this, and I don't have a way around that. But that's fine, I'm going to just attack with 1 spirit. Basically trade it for a 3-2. They don't even block, which is cool. This is one of the problems with the format, is that it's so open, there are so many creatures that are more or less the same power level, that you never know exactly what your opponent is up to, so you are not inclined to block a spirit here. Like in Modern you would know that your opponent doesn't have anything, but here you don't really know. So that's, for better or for worse, the nature of the format. If here they can, yeah, this is bad, because now they can go search Argentum Armor, put it into something, attack, and exile one of our things. This is 5 counters, right? Yeah. Yeah, +6 when it attacks, destroy target permanent. They put on a single pest. So we have not that many. Oh wait, this costs 6 to equip. We can just destroy the single pest, right? With the thirst. Should probably attack with the pest, yeah. They can destroy the Windmill Rock, that's fine. Yeah. And we can kill the single pest, and until they have 6 more mana to re-equip, we will be fine. And oh wow, that's a nice curve. But here we can destroy here, play these other things. Wait, do I want to kill the Core Sky Fisher? No, I have the spirits to trade with it, so that's fine. Okay. So now we'll probably jump the Loxodon or the Exemplar. Oh wow. They go with everything, interesting. So here we can trade like here. This can trade here. This can jump block here and here. And we take like 6. We get decimated. So do I want to do this? What other option do I have? I can jump block one of these, trade my tokens for the single pest, but that attacks us for 9, so we go to 1. I don't want to go to 1. Okay. Have Midnight? Nothing else. Okay. So we have Vindicate and Thirst. We can Thirst this, Vindicate this, for example, or maybe this. This attacks us a 4-3 first strike. We killed 2 things. Let's see, I can also Lingering Souls to jump block a couple. Just use like Vindicate, Lingering Souls. That uses my mana more efficiently. We use like 3 and 2. We can kill here, for example. Maybe here. Yeah, I think we use Vindicate here. Oh, wait, we also have this, so we can do all of this. We can kill here with Vindicate. kill this or this with the Bloodshed Thirst and play the Lingering Soul. So I'm going to do that. Okay, Vindicate here. And kill this. Alrighty, we stabilized some. Now we need them to not draw more things, just through ornithopters. Okay, now we can block here and jump here. I think that's fine. We take 1. Now we can block here and take 2. But if we do a couple of things, we might be in good position. Yeah, we go to 2. They have another quest, which doesn't really do much. The Sandu Mammoth doesn't do it. Let's consider and go to the next one. So the good thing is that post-board we have some things to bring in. We have Languish and Obstinate Veloths. And we can remove the rocks block in the air pretty well, so I'm going to keep some. And let's see. I think we may remove just a couple of Nature's Lore. And probably just like a Sandu Mammoth. I like the Obstinate Veloths more. We can lose Legacy their quest, but that doesn't really accomplish anything. We are going to die to Core Sky Fishers if we do that. What killed us there was the Loxodon. That was really rough. Okay, this one is fine. I think I'm going to keep it. We can start with turn 1 birds. Maybe turn 2 play a Tabland and cycle. They start with the quest. Okay, that's even better. Let's play that and a thing there. So next time we have 4 mana, we can play a Siege Rhino. Okay, they start with Memnite. Signal passed. And Gleanhawk returning the Memnite, casting that again. So I think next turn we just hold. I think we just hold Howramolin. Nothing else we can do here. Triad Militant, such a great card. And now we can kill whatever they target. Before the attack, which is a great boon. But we're still under a lot of pressure. But at least we can do him to turn now. Probably just, let's see, does this block wall? Can we do Siege Rhino and him to Turak? I think we do. So I think I'm going to do that. We don't know exactly what they have in their hand. Maybe it's a Loxodon. Yeah, it was. It was very, very good to use the him there. Wow, they drew very well there. Core Sky Fisher is really strong. Okay. Okay, they attack for 3 here, that's fine. Next turn we deploy the Lingering Souls with Flashback or Abzan Charm. Okay, we can put 2 counters on a birds. That doesn't really accomplish much. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Oh, this is, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about the militant. Still, we can use the Absent Charm to kill like a Korskai Fisher. The Gitaxian Pro paying life for some reason. If I was in their position, I would have used the mana, since I don't think they have any 4-drop. Okay, they attack like that. I can put 2 counters on the spirits. Or maybe put 2 counters. No, if I put 2 counters in one spirit, I have a 3/3. I can block the Korskai Fisher. I think I like that. I don't think they have a lot of removal. Just block like this first, and then put the counters. Okay, now we eat the Sky Fisher. We have 3/3. Okay, they drew a Toolcraft Exemplar. We may rock. That's awesome. I think I attack with the Sea Rhino on the Spirit. We need to attack here or we are going to lose. Okay, that stabilizes the board pretty well. They can attack with the Toolcraft Exemplar, but that's fine. Another great draw here. The Green Hawk bounces the Astrolabe. They can draw another card. Ornithopter is not a great draw. It's just a 0-2. Okay, they have a 3/2 first strike. I think we just let that go through. They don't even attack. Cool. Temple of Silence. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3 flyers. I think we attack with all of these. We gain some life. We gain 5 life if we do that. And we have 4/5 trample. Yeah, I think we do that. They can't reach and block all of this. And we gain some life, so... And we have the birds to chum block. If they do that, they are dead. Okay. Now they're they are still dead, so they need to continue blocking. Maybe they can chum block with the Ornithopter on the bird token. Okay. It's lethal, I think. 3. No, they go to 1. Okay. Let's put that on the bottom. So now they are representing lethal. We have 2 chum blockers, so they can only get through with a couple of damage. Like, yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one, and this is going to be the rough one. We're going to be on the draw here. And yeah, that's a problem. So I think we just hope they mulligan heavily. This deck, by the way, the opponent's deck is very cool. I don't know about the quest plan, but the rest is kind of cool. Probably not against us, but it seems to be a good idea in most situations. I think we can keep this. We have a turn of 3 Siege Rhino into Baloth. We start with the Astrolabe, which is a good sign. Okay, another birds. Doesn't change math that much. But maybe they have removal for one of our birds, if they have a house or something. Memnite, Thopter, and Skyfisher. Okay. Why did they do that? I have no idea. They could have bounced the Astrolabe to redraw later. So this is not that much pressure. I think I'm just going to play a birds, kill the Skyfisher, play this. I would guess they have a Loxodon, in which way I think removing Skyfisher is very important. Next turn we can Baloth or Rhino, depending. Probably just the Rhino. Oh, they drew the quest a bit too late. Kunoros doesn't do much. Yeah, I think we do this. Okay, we gain some life, we drain some too. We can start attacking them. Oh, dispatch. Okay. So this is the removal spell they use. Okay, now they play their Loxodon. Okay, they don't have any more cards in hand, so I don't think this is a problem for now. We can play a Baloth that blocks here only. Otherwise, we can deploy Kunoros and Vindicate. I think I like that plan more. And I might just need to remove the Pest because that hits us for a bunch. Oh wait, can I do this without pinging myself? I need double white and I need double black, so yeah, I'm going to be eating 1 damage. So let's do that. Let's play the Kunoros and let's just Vindicate this. Let's buy the bullet and do it now. Next turn we can start attacking with the Kunoros. They drew another quest, which is great news. Now we can play the Baloth and block the Loxodon. We also just attack with the Kunoros. They can do much about that. We just gain some life. So this is a race we are winning. By the way, we gain some more life. Ice Hide Golem and the quests are ticking. We have some turns before they go down, and we might be able to find removal spell by then. Let's just hope. And here I think we trade. That way we stabilize the board. They can attack with everything. Sorry, with only the Thopters. Casandu Mammoth is okay. Oh, what? Oh my god! I think I misplayed, sorry. Oops. Yep, Just pass now. Should have done that. I should have played a 3-3, but that's fine. I think we are going to be fine. Just misclicked, and now they drew the Loxodon. Oh my god, that was such a misplay. Let's just hope it's not that important now. Okay, that's good, I guess. Very important to have that. You can gain some more life here. What's cool about this deck is that all the creatures gain life. That's useful. All are very chunky. Just hope they don't top deck a creature here. They don't. That's great. So they have a 4/4 3/3s. If they just attack with that, I could probably trade the Kunoros and the bird with that. Or the bird, basically. They will take probably the bird. I think they take the bird here. They don't take the bird. Okay. Let's just hope they continue to draw lands here. Nice. That was very important for us. Let's see what we draw. Him to Turak. Great. Maybe Him to Turak wasn't great in the big scheme of things, but the thing is, if we drew it early, then it can be backbreaking to them. Okay, now they have 5 lands, so... Come on! I should have a 3/3 here, but that's okay, I think. Oh wow, that was amazing. We have another turn. Languish. Yeah, I guess so. I think we languish. We can't really wait, because if we wait, they will equip the Argentum Marmor and we don't have an out to that. So I think we just attack with everything. We gain 5 life and languish away the board. Nice. Now if they draw a creature, yeah, the quest ticks up and they can do that. Oh, okay. So let's just do that. Use him. Oh, they drew the Argentum Armor. Yeah, they were drawing like awfully bad. So we need to save the Hagramolium for when they sacrifice their quest. I think they only played 2 Argentum Armors. They're going to sacrifice now. Let's kill that. Okay, let's play live. Vindicate. I think we wait on that. This equips 6. They don't have anything with haste. We can just wait. Signal Pest. Trigger. Bailoff. So I think we Vindicate on Bailoff. Vindicate here. So now we have 4-4. Okay, they have that. I think they only played 2 Argentum armors. I might be wrong. They are not cracking the other requests. I think they only have 2, yeah. Absent Charm, so if they double block and can Absent Charm, that would be awesome. If they don't double block, then I can just draw cards. Yep. Sure, okay. So yeah, there I drew like awfully bad. That was super bad for them. I feel bad for them, honestly. They play very well, but they drew very poorly. Like they have like 5-7 draws that were like just the worst, and we were able to capitalize on that because that was basically what our deck does. So overall, 5-0 with this deck. Very happy. I think this deck is strong. It's very strong. Maybe 4 Winter Rocks is a bit too many, but at the same time I want to have some amount of payoff for ramping out a bit. And I don't know about this mixture of ramp. Maybe Nature's Lore is bad. Maybe we want just more Search for Tomorrow so we can do 2-drop into 3-drop. I think that would make sense, something like this, you know. Just be more all in on ramping down turn 1 to 2. And yeah, I like this mana base more than the other one. The other one uses like grasslands to fetch non-basics like Isolated Chapel. Isolated Chapel, no. Scattered Groves, Lulan Chason, Snowfield Sinkhole. I tested with this build and I wasn't really happy with it. I think this build is a bit better. I like the Kazandu Mammoths. This makes it so we play more lands, right? We play like 27 lands. And all of these spells we are fine casting. Like Hagra Mauling is not that far away from Blue Chief Thirst in some matchups. And Kazandu Mammoth is not that far away from Obstinate Beloff or some other random threat. So I think this deck really can use the random 3-drop and the random 4-drop removal in the land slot, and that's the value we get from our lands. Additionally, Lingering Souls was very useful against some decks, Coolers was useful against other decks, Vindicate was always good, and Absent Charm ended up being amazing, honestly. We even saw in the last match how the distribute to counters was very important, because no one plays around a combat trick. And having a combat trick in your deck is obviously awful. We wouldn't play like Giant Growth, but Absent Charm being counters is very important, and it's basically just card draw. I put this card because it's the best card draw I could find in terms of mana per cards drawn and flexibility. Like you could play like Painful Fruits with draw 3 cards instead of 2, but this has the ability of also removing a threat and also being a combat trick, so that's very important. And it being an instant, even though we don't have that many instants, can be important too. Yeah, I was overall very happy with this. It's kind of really weird deck, but I really liked it. So yeah. In terms of sideboard, I don't know. It's still a work in progress. Let me know if you have any ideas or whatever for this. So that was it for me. This was Abzan Ramp. I'm glad you liked it. Let me know if you enjoyed these videos. I enjoy making them, so I'm going to continue making them. But letting me know that you like them is very important for me. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.